Sir, how do you read into this decision to block YouTube in Egypt? Is this a justified measure in your view?
I think it's justified in their own opinion, because what the Muslim Brotherhood right now is trying to do is restore autocratic rule in much like the Mubarak method of governing. And I think the way that the political actors see it is that Mubarak was not ruthless enough and did not clamp down on freedoms enough to sustain his rule, and this is what they're trying to remedy. The YouTube verdict comes in light of many other decisions that clamp down on freedoms, and it's no surprise that they will try to install the infrastructure necessary to clamp down on various websites that they see as a threat to their rule. One other thing we've seen as well is admins of Facebook pages who are critical of the Muslim Brotherhood are being targeted, and we've seen one death in the clashes last week. An admin of a Facebook page called the Ikhwan Are Liars, the Muslim Brotherhood Are Liars, and we're seeing more of these kind of clampdowns either in the physical realm, and now they're moving on to doing it technically through through YouTube and various other sites. We can expect more of that.
Well, sir, if we can expect more of that, I mean, the reason that the whole Egyptian revolution happened in the first place is because people were frustrated with the situation with the government. They wanted more freedoms, more so-called democracy, more of a chance to have their say in their own future. So if these kinds of clampdowns are now happening again at a stronger, higher rate, do you think that Egypt could be in for yet another revolution, in fact?
I think that the state of revolution and calling for these rights is already in progress. What we've seen is anger around the same demands, actually, that started this revolution. We're going to see more waves of protests, and we're going to see more violence, because if you look at the situation in Egypt, the regime did not die. The symbols just changed. We just have new people following the same rules. So we can expect more unrest, because people have still not gotten what they asked for 2 years ago.
Well, more unrest indeed. Of course, I do want to bring up another element here. We've heard some pretty striking, rather shocking statements made recently by some Egyptian clerics, including calls to kill opposition leaders, as well as justification, at least by one cleric, on assaults against female protesters. Where is all of this heading in your view? Quite disturbing.
The fight between the regime and the people exists about clamping down on freedoms and dissent. And it feels right now that the Islamists are getting frustrated, because they thought that just by getting the vote in a ballot box, they can do whatever they please. But what they're realizing is that people still want a bit of justice. So I think that it's going to be a very long-drawn face-off between proponents of the Islamist regime and revolutionaries.
All right, well, long-drawn face-off indeed. Thank you so much weighing in there, Egyptian journalist and blogger Wael Eskandar.